Hi, my name is Lucian and I'd like to talk about the C#4 language grammar. Here it is, blogs.msdn.com/Lucian. We'll click on the spec tag, the VB and C# grammar for Visual Studio 2010, and here's the C#4 language grammar. Let's jump right in. Let's suppose that maybe in some tutorials I'd read about this new dynamic thing in C#4. It's a new feature and I wanted to learn more about it from the language grammar perspective. Well, here's the complete grammar, so let's find where it appears. This is where it appears. It appears inside a class type. A class type is either a type name or the token object, or the token dynamic, or the token string. These things in yellow are the tokens themselves, rather than something like type name, which stands for any of a bunch of possibilities. Let's dig a bit further into it. By the way, when I hover my mouse over any of these references, it shows a pop-up window, and I can click on things inside this pop-up window. If the pop-up window appears by mistake and I want to get rid of it, I just click inside it. Or, if it appears by mistake, I can also press the escape key to get rid of it. So let's jump to dynamic. I see that dynamic is only ever used in one place in the language, in this class type thing that we were looking at. Hovering over it, I see that a class type thing may be used in these particular places. It is never empty. A class type might start with one of these tokens, and it may be followed with one of these tokens. I can dig out. Let's see. A class type is used in reference type, blah blah blah, primary constraint. A primary constraint, digging out again, is used in a type parameter constraints clause. Where type parameter. That's interesting. I started from dynamic and I got to a type parameter constraints, and it makes me think, as a language lawyer, wow, can dynamic really be used as a type parameter constraint? Let's try it. Okay, it works okay, but when I compile it, I get an error. It says, error, constraint cannot be the dynamic type. And that's an important lesson, that even though the grammar allows it, when we dig into it and we read the language specification and we try it out in the compiler, there are some things that the grammar allows that are not actually allowed in the language. Let's start at the start. Start. A compilation unit. That's to say, each C# source file is a compilation unit made up of optional external alias directives. By the way, the question mark here stands for optional, followed by using directives and ... Well, we've got a pretty complete picture of how this grammar file is made up. Just to say, it starts at the start with the start rule, and scrolling down through it, it's got all of the different rules in exactly the same order that they appear in the official C#4 language specification. This grammar is exactly the same as appears in the C#4 language specification. Down towards the end of this file, we have the yellow tokens. And there we have it, the C#4 language grammar. I hope you find this useful. Thank you.